Hi YouTube, and this is JTrain997, and I'm back this time with my review of the G.I. Joe 30th Anniversary line, Renegades Ripcord figure. Now, get a good look at him here in the packaging. I was really surprised we got Ripcord before Roadblock, mainly because Ripcord, if you watch the cartoon show, kind of disappears early on in the series, and he comes back in right at the end of Season 1, and other than that, you don't see a lot of him. But at the same time, he's a solid-looking figure. He comes with what looks to be the same helmet that Captain Ace came with in the Sky Striker. The Cobra Trooper gun just repainted a light blue, and a backpack, or maybe that's supposed to be a parachute, and his base. On the back of the packaging here, his read-up says, Ripcord is a daredevil who thinks nothing of taking risks to prove his skill to more senior members on his team. Trained for airborne operations, he is a Halo, high-altitude, low-opening expert, and loves to jump from planes. He puts his life in jeopardy to save his team during a mission to investigate a Cobra weapons plant. So, that being said, awesome-looking figure. Let's open him up. And here we have Ripcord out of packaging. Now, real quick, I did say this was a repackage of the Cobra Trooper gun. It's not. It's actually slightly tweaked. It's got the scope on the front. It's like the stock is extended. So that's actually kind of a nice little retweak. I don't like this flat blue they went for. It could have easily been the same colors this was, and I would have had more inclination to actually buy a couple of these guys to swap out and mix my guns up with the Cobra Trooper. And I just really think this flat blue stands out in a bad way, even though it is a nicely tweaked sculpt. So we'll put this off to the side. Now I've got him wearing Captain Ace's helmet, and it's once again a very nice paint job. He's got the yellow on the visor, very nice silver running down to the breather. And then you get to one of the things about this figure which kind of irked me, because I couldn't tell that well in packaging, but he has no hair. He is completely bald, which Ripcord in the show, and even on the friggin' box art, which, hold on, I think I've got it right here. Yep, has hair. So I don't know what happened between point A and B where they thought they'd make him bald. So even though I honestly like the look of him wearing his little yellow goggles more, I'll probably end up keeping the helmet on him. But, oh well. No great loss. He's also got a handgun, which is over here. It's the same little generic G.I. Joe handgun we've got before, except for they painted it this same baby blue. I mean, it's just a very obscure shade of blue, and I really don't like it. Now, I'm not much of a customizer, but I probably will take the time to repaint these guns. Now, pulling him off his base. He has got his little parachute on the back here, which is really nice. Of course, orange. It matches the rest of his rigging, which he's got on. Of course, he's got the same vest as Renegade's Duke, which I just don't like the look of this vest. It looks way too big for me. Of course, the base, Ripcord. Now, as far as his articulation, he does a full 360 at the head, some up and down, a little stiff because of his vest. Arms go up, do a full 360, bend and spin at the elbow, spin at the wrist. Legs are a little hindered by his rigging, but not by much. Still go forward, back, and out. Double joint at the knee, and have an ankle joint. Of course, he would have abdomen articulation, but it's sacrificed for his vest. So, not a horrible figure all in all, but I feel like, I don't know, like compared to the rest of the line, I feel like this guy got less attention paid to him. I mean, he's missing his hair. He doesn't come with a ton of gear, which he doesn't, I mean, he's not lacking by any means. He definitely got more than Scarlet also from this line. But at the same time, I really hate this color paint they've chosen for his accessories. Which, let's actually get his gun in his hand here. And this is a bit of a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, turn it off. And I'll wait just a moment, long enough for me to slide Ripcord's helmet back over his head. And you've had enough time. Of course, you think Ripcord dies at the beginning of Renegades, and at the end he comes back and they've turned him into like a kind of a bio-viper-human hybrid. So, but he basically can turn into a bio-viper, and he can turn his arm into tendrils and things. And with the zombie viper coming, well, he's already out online. The wave hasn't come into the online shipping source I use, so I haven't got him yet. But he has this tendril arm, and I honestly assumed they would give it to Ripcord so he could, like a bio-viper arm attachment. That definitely would have made this guy stand out. It would have definitely cemented that he was from the cartoon a little bit more, aside from these awful paint on his guns, which I'm actually going to dangle his goggles from his hands. So at the end of the day, he's a solid figure, but he's missing a lot of that oomph the rest of the 30th anniversary line has. Still a great Ripcord, still a pickup in my book. I just wish they paid a little more attention to him. And that being said, this is JTrain997, and I'll see you soon, YouTube.